Greetings, everyone. Greetings to you all out there. Welcome to another episode of F Your Feelings Friday. I'm your Melanated Queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. Okay, I know it's been a while. It's been about 2 weeks, y'all, since I jumped on here. I've missed you all too. Please forgive me, my apologies. Well, I was out of town, okay? And so I drove, and basically, when I tried to do FL Feelings Friday last Friday, my energy just was not there. I did come on for 30 minutes. I was not pleased, so I took the live stream down. I think I still have it saved somewhere. I was talking about time travel. Then I said I was going to come on last Friday, but I was not at the house to do it. By the time I got back, I had eaten, I was tired, and so there was no F Your Feelings Friday, okay? But today I've pushed myself, you all, because I am still very tired today. I had a very long day. I've been out venturing, taking care of business, you all. Business matters are tomorrow as well. So I must preserve my energy for my meetings with these clients because I want to give them the best service moving forward, okay? Because your service and your name is your reputation out there. People always remember their experience that they had with you. All right. So with that being said, we're going to get into it today. Today's topic is a little delayed. I am sure you all have seen and heard about the Tyson situation on the airplane. Okay. I have titled it Tyson's Fury, you all. Okay. And needless to say, I don't know if this is a PR scheme or a gimmick. You know how I feel about the media Operation Mockingbird at its finest, y'all. But I want to get in here and touch on Mike Tyson because I think he's a very interesting character. You all found out that he's a Cancer of all zodiac signs. Him and OJ are Cancers, y'all. But that shows you the diversity, okay, of that water sign there. So I'm pretty sure he probably has some interesting other key components in his natal chart. Let's go ahead and do what we always do. We're going to have Sunday service, y'all. We're joining hands and bowing our heads. We're going to give thanks today. Some of us did not make it, okay, into this week. Some people did not make it to see this Friday. Some people cannot talk, they can't walk, they can't see, they cannot hear, they cannot breathe. People are on breathing apparatuses, breathing machines. Um, some people are held in captivity, you all. Seriously, I'm not laughing at that. And then some people are faking it. If y'all have been watching YouTube, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. Some people really have been victimized, physically abused, mentally abused, psychologically abused, emotionally abused. There are so many different forms of abuse. And I think what we do not do is a lot of us don't take it seriously. Okay. You can definitely abuse people without putting your hands on them. And verbal abuse is real too, you all. So when parents are out here talking to their children in any way, shape, or form, just know that that is a form of verbal abuse. It's also a form of psychological abuse because the child then, in return, acquiesces into that in which they are called or they are perceived. Okay, and then you want to talk about your children and say that they're bad, they're this, they're that, they're everything negative, and when they behave that way, it just basically escalates the situation and deteriorates it even further. With all that being said, I want to get into this whole Mike Tyson situation. Okay. So, and we're also going to do testimonies, but I'll save that for later, you all. Okay. So, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson decided he wanted to allegedly fight on the airplane. I don't even know if this really is a situation that is real or not. But nonetheless, I don't mind showing my screen, sharing my screen, and we can delve a little deeper into this, you all, and let me know your thoughts on this theory because I really don't understand it. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to review this situation with Mike Tyson, y'all. And while I do that, let me share this live stream because a few people had hit me up asking me what was going on with the live streams. Why had I not been on? Because I was canceling the live streams because I was tired. My apologies for that, you all. Feel free to join me, you all. Whew, excuse me, y'all. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, you know what we like to do? Play the little music and feed the ducks. Are y'all ready to do that? Should we get into it? Should we go ahead and feed the ducks? Y'all know how we do over here. We get into our little vibe, our element, our mode. Haven't heard that music in a little while. I think we're going to get into it. Okay, we're vibing out. All right. I think that's enough. Hopefully, you're in a tranquil mood, in a tranquil vibe, y'all. So let's get into it. Mike Tyson decided he wanted to fight on the airplane. Is that really what went down? We'll never know. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and review this video clip, y'all, because I think there is more to the story. I think there are things that are missing out, you know what I mean, that they don't want to talk about. Let's go ahead and hop out. Okay, make sure we got the right thing here. Okay, here it is. Hopefully, I don't get a STR. Sharing this. You know how YouTube is. I gotta tell y'all, you know what YouTube did to me, y'all? Do you know what they did? They went back to a video that I had of 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago I posted this video. It's been up here. And it was talking about Dr. Sadie, talking about Dr. Layla Africa, and talking about human meat being served at McDonald's and in the food in the restaurants. And because I mentioned COVID, do you know they took my freaking video down on April 23rd? I received an email notification. I checked my emails once I got into the car from YouTube saying that the video was taken down. Nonsense, complete and utter nonsense, you all. This is why I also have a Patreon. Shout out to Aaron Grooves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just complete and utter nonsense. So anyway, let's get into this whole debacle, if you will. Okay. I'll try to find one that does not show the media clips. Let me see Mike Tyson dresses airplane pilot. Yeah, you know how they do. They just want to be confrontational and aggravating. Let's see. Maybe I'll play it and then pause it, play it and pause it. How about that? Because it's some complete and utter nonsense that I can't share video.
A video of Mike Tyson is going viral tonight.
Okay, so this was basically posted April 22nd. So this happened about maybe a week ago, y'all. All right, now I want to know who was filming this. Well, let me blow this screen up so everybody can see this.
Mike Tyson pummeling a fellow passenger.
All right, we don't really need her speaking. I just want to see the footage. All right, pummeling
on a plane.
They love to use action words, y'all.
TMZ obtaining the video taken.
Now, see, right there, I'm suspicious because they said TMZ. Okay, when you hear TMZ, watch out. Now, I'm not saying that TMZ was on this plane, but TMZ basically got a hold of this footage extremely fast, quick, and in a hurry. So maybe somebody sold this footage to TMZ, perhaps.
And on board a JetBlue flight set to take off from San Francisco to Miami Wednesday night. The passengers had visibly injured. Shortly before.
Okay, why is he looking at the camera like that, y'all? This almost seems like it was a setup.
For another clip appears to show that same passenger making a scene one row behind the former heavyweight champ.
This George Soldier Mike Tyson, bro. This crazy, bro. Mike Tyson.
There are reports that the
Now he's sitting behind Mike Tyson, allegedly looking like he's antagonizing him. So that has to be annoying and pretty aggravating to have someone sitting behind you, continually harassing and taunting you, and you're just sitting there minding your own business, y'all. This is what he's doing.
unidentified passenger may have been intoxicated. In a statement, Tyson's rep saying, unfortunately, Mr. Tyson had an incident on a flight with an aggressive passenger who began harassing him and threw a water bottle at him.
Yes. So you see, they didn't show that part with the water bottle being thrown. Now, what we all remember, okay, is the clip of Mike punching him. And I don't even think they showed it in this clip for whatever reason. So I'm going to find the one where Mike, he just gave him a quick, little, uh, con- basically concoction or a cocktail with his fist, because I guess he had allegedly gotten aggravated. But then again, I would wonder, doesn't Mike Tyson have more restraint than that? Because wouldn't he not fall for the setup? Doesn't he understand the ramifications of his actions at this date and age, this particular juncture? I mean,
Mike Tyson.
everybody's talking about it. And then what they wanted to do is they wanted to compare him to Will Smith. People were saying, first Will, now Mike. I don't even like that comparison because that whole situation with Will Smith was, in my opinion, definitely staged. In this situation, I am questioning that this potentially was staged as well, y'all. That's just how I feel. So let me share my screen. We're going to get back into it. Let's see here. Here we go, y'all. All right.
Stupid prizes.
Hey, and he said it
According
right.
to TMZ Sports,
I love how he said that. He said you win stupid prizes, and exactly that's what happened.
stupid games and win stupid prizes.
He played a stupid game and won a stupid prize. Absolutely.
I do not condone violence, but that is the picture of play stupid games and win stupid prizes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, let me see. Are they not showing it? I'm going to try to skip to the part where they actually show. Or maybe they're taking some of this down because normally you would see it. Okay, let me pause it. Let me see if I can play it for y'all. All right, let's play this. This man had a whole lot to say about this situation. Check out his clip if you can. And I'll try to post some of this in the description below. Right here, you can see that Mike is being antagonized by the passenger, and he's just sitting there trying to ignore him. That's what it seems like. And he's still continuing to taunt Mike Tyson like he wants attention for whatever reason. Now, what we have not seen is the part where Mike is punching him, and I'm not sure why they're not playing it. Maybe they have taken these videos down. All right, let me stop sharing for a second because I wanted to find the one that shows it. And this is apparently not it. Now, this is after. They're showing it after he got punched. And you can see he has a bruising on his face. Yeah, they're not showing it. So they have basically cut that They've cut that part out for whatever reason. I don't understand it. But I think they said this guy actually went to the police about the situation. So it sounds like a setup to me. Now, it does show here that Mike Tyson poses for the photo with the fan minutes after the airplane beat down. Okay, or I'm about to share my screen and show that to you. All right, let's see if we can find this. Silly. Now, I don't know how true and accurate this is because I want to see some scarring. Okay, if this man allegedly. Okay, sorry, I just had a text to come through about some business matters, you all. But yes, so let me go up here. Okay. All right, so this is the picture allegedly after the situation went down. This is the guy, this is Mike Tyson. It says Mike Tyson poses for photo with the fan minutes after the airplane beat down. I don't know how true this is, y'all, because you know how I feel about the media. Everything's orchestrated. Basic economics. Now, does this man's face look like it had been scarred? I didn't see any scarring. Did they clean his face up for the photo? Who took the photo? All right, so that right there shows the attack, but I don't know if they're going to show the thing in its full totality because it's so fast. You know, Mike Tyson, he's quick with it. Let's see. Here it is. And see, that's not even the clip that I saw when they showed it the first time. All right, let's see if they'll show. There it is. He's quick. He's quick. Yeah, that was fast. So you see, it only took a matter of seconds, and then after that, the scarring occurred on his face, y'all. So I guess he's wearing this as a badge of honor. I don't understand it. What was the whole situation about? I don't even know, y'all. Is that even the same guy? He looks different. I didn't see any scarring on his face. Why does this man look different in these pictures? Yeah, it's really hard to tell because they be playing games with people. Are they wearing the same clothes? Let's see. All right, he has on a black. Okay, looks like a black shirt. There's Mike with the black shirt with the white writing. Okay. Oh, look. You see the torn? It's like a torn piece of shirt right there. So you get a torn shirt from. What did Mike do to him? It looked like he just slugged him a few times. Like he tore his shirt. Yeah. How did that happen? I'm trying to see because this only happened a few seconds. It looks like a whole lot went down in that seat. Let me go back and look at this picture that they allegedly took together. Okay, so he is wearing the same stuff. I can't tell if his shirt after the situation and the altercation was torn. I don't see blood. He has on a jacket. Yeah, I don't know. Possibly staged to me. I'm not even sure at this juncture, y'all. I can't say. There's some possible staging going on, in my opinion. All right. So that part is done. Okay, we're over that. Now, what I want to get into is the fact that I started reviewing video clips of Mike back in the day, you all. You know, back in his younger day. And I'm going to turn my camera on and address you all. Here I am, y'all. Just excuse me, my hair has gotten puffy from the heat. I tried to do something with it. I have my brush over here and everything, but I'm going to try to get it together. Anyway, I started reviewing some things from Mike back in the day. You know, Mike was like an animal when he got in the ring. Mike would scare anybody. All he has to do is touch you, and you probably would flinch, raise a hand. I would lie down in the ring, let it be over, ding, 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 give me my check, okay? That's how I would orchestrate the whole thing. But now he did have competition when it came to Lennox Lewis, y'all. I think that's his name. So if you remember Lennox Lewis, He was the one that successfully knocked out Mike Tyson. Okay, Lennox Lewis gave him a run for his money. That was a really good fight. Everybody remembers the one with Evander Holyfield. You remember what happened when a chunk of his ear was bitten off? That was in 1997. I think they did a rematch. Okay, so Mike, is very aggressive. I think they say he's like 5'10", nothing to play with. Look at them thighs, y'all. Thick in the thighs, very muscular. And people that fight know that a lot of your uh, muscle, okay, in your lower body plays an important key factor in fighting because people can't easily knock you off balance, all right? So Mike has them thunder thighs, y'all. That's what he got going on. But anyway, let's take a look into some things that went down. Right before the build-up of the Lennox Lewis fight, if y'all remember this back in the day, I'm going to share my screen, y'all, because I want y'all to hear some of the things that he was saying in this meltdown. I thought it was a little peculiar, so that's why I wanted to review this situation that was at hand. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's hear what Mike had to say to the men in the crowd. Woo, y'all, people are something else. So this would explain why he turned into someone completely different in that ring, okay? Y'all want to stay out of his way. He attacked like an animal, y'all. Reminds me of a tiger, a lion, if you will. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and play this.
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. Come in and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot.
Okay, let me just say this. Viewer discretion is advised, okay? I'm just playing what Mike said. I'm not saying that I agree with the opinions and visions of the persons making these statements. This is strictly for viewership purposes, letting you all see as the audience what Mike had to say to the man in the crowd.
You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you,
What's good, 8 with the 24? You came in just the right moment. I'm gonna rewind this back a little bit more because it looks like Mike had become antagonized by someone in the crowd.
I eat your asshole alive, you bitch.
All right, did you just hear what he said? Okay, these are not words of a normal male saying something like this, and this is definitely not normal male behavior to say something like that, which you'll eat in the crowd. Okay, he said he'll eat him alive in the crowd. These are words from Mike Tyson. You crying? He was mad, y'all. He was belligerent.
You faggot. You can't touch me. You're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face. Fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Ooh, did you just hear that? Look, you all brown girls are beautiful. Once again, if you have children in the building, please cover their eyes, cover their ears, do whatever you have to do. I did not know the magnitude of what was going to be said here, even though I had heard it. But it just, it just starts running out like water, y'all. You said he went from being woke to saying gay stuff. Man, this was years ago, 8. Look, he was not playing no games.
My world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Now, do you hear the cheers in the background of the man that said, yeah, yeah, and everybody's screaming, you know what I mean? And cheering him on for saying this. However, you all, these are not normal words of a normal man that becomes upset, okay? For him to say these things, something had taken place with Mike Tyson, okay? And I want you to understand that when he got into that ring and turned into an aggressive animal, he was having flashbacks of something that happened to him in childhood or in his early manhood. I'm telling you, This is what, and I never really used to watch Mike Tyson like that because I wasn't into it. But you know, we have been starting to look at some Mike Tyson stuff since this whole airplane thing came up. My mother and I, okay, my dad was watching it, and I came across this clip, and I was like, y'all, what did this really mean? Did this mean that some anus play had taken place back in the day? Because how in the world do you fix your lips to say this to a man on stage in the presence of lights, cameras, action? Everyone, the camera crew, everybody heard this. So, what in the world would attribute this to a man to say these things to another man that he's infuriated? And the first thing he says is, I'll F you and make you love me. Y'all, I don't get it. You said he had to do those rituals because the fights were fixed. Industry hoax exposed it. The ear bite was fake too. Oh my goodness. You know what? I do remember, y'all, back in the day, I was watching a clip of Mike, and he was saying there's a lot of politics that takes place in sports and boxing. Remember when Don King, I think, was managing him? Oh, yeah, a lot of stuff went down, and people are not privy or aware that you think this stuff is real, and all of this stuff is not real. So sometimes the fights are fixed too. It's like WWF wrestling, okay? So yes, he did say he got molested back in the day, April the 24th. And as a matter of fact, we're going to look at that video as well because people get things very highly misconstrued. Let me put your comments up here. Yes, indeed. You said you were crying, laughing. I never knew that a man could say these words, utter these words to another man in such anger and fury. I mean, ugh. out of my ears could not have taken such madness, you all. So please forgive me, okay? But if you want to check that clip out, I'll post some of these in the description box below for those of you who are curious, okay? So we are going to go on to another clip. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Let me stop sharing this one. But I just thought some of this was very interesting. Let's go on. Let's go on a trip down memory lane, you all. April the 24th, you said Don King was a scammer. I believe he was. And it's so unfortunate. Mike Tyson, eat your chip. What? This just, look, y'all, I can't make this stuff up. This just popped up. Mike used to say some crazy stuff out of his mouth back in the day. I don't think people understood. And I honestly think that maybe there were some mental things, issues taking place, y'all. I would have been, I don't know how he got in the ring with these people and was able to just say the things that he said. Nowadays, do you think he could get away with saying this type of stuff out in public? Do you think so? Let's hear what he had to say.
Always confusion with Mike Tyson, who's standing by with Jim Gray. Jim?
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Steve. Mike, was that your shortest fight ever?
I bear witness there's only one God, and Muhammad's blessings and peace be upon him as his prophet. I dedicate this fight to my brother, Darabam, who died. I'll be there to see you. I love you with all my heart. All praise be to my children. I love you. Oh God, amen. What?
Is this your shortest fight ever? In any time, amateur, professional ever?
Assalamu alaikum, Maida. I don't know, man. Yeah, Lennox Lewis. Lennox, I'm coming for you.
Mike, is it frustrating to train like you did and then have this in
I
7 or
didn't
8
train
seconds?
for this fight. I only trained probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks for this fight. I had to bury my best friend, and I dedicated this fight. I wasn't going to fight. I dedicated this fight to him. I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now, Mike, that Mike?
Oh my God. He made up words, y'all, making up words. He said his style is impregnable. I think that's what he said. Did my ears serve me correctly? What did he just say?
Impregnable. And I'm just ferocious.
Yeah, I was right. He said his style was impregnable. Okay.
Is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now, Mike, that Mike?
And he walked off.
Always confused.
Just like that, y'all. What's good, knowledge seeker? He walked off just like that, man. I mean, who makes up words? He said he's no Alexander. I'm Alexander. Y'all heard it for your own ears. And then he said he want to eat his children. Mike ain't nothing to play with.
Ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now, Mike?
I want to know what. I'm about to Google these words, y'all. I'm about to Google it because I want to know what does it mean? Because maybe I'm missing something, y'all. Woo! It's F Your Feelings Friday. If y'all don't like it too bad, I gotta get my laughs in, y'all. I can laugh today. You know what I'm saying? What's good, knowledge seeker? How are you? You know, we just having a chill day. We talking about Mike Tyson, talking about this stuff. You said Michael Jackson subbed him. You were rolling, and Michael said, "Do I know you?" Why did he say Michael Jackson snubbed him? I'm curious. Let's look up this word though. Impregnable. That's what he said. I am. Let's spell it together. You know how to spell very well. Let's spell this out. What do they say? We use our we're just gonna use our consonants. M-I-M, Craig, Noble. Y'all, it is a word. I gotta pull this up. I used to play Bobble, and I never thought this was a real word. Okay, is incapable of being taken by assault. It's in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Listen, I'm about to share my screen. I thought he was making it up. I'm about to share. Here, let's go ahead and share. He said he want to eat his children, y'all. If your feelings Friday. For all of you out there, we have learned a new word today, thanks to the great Mike Tyson. What does impregnable mean? It says if you say that a person or group is impregnable or their position is impregnable, you think they cannot be defeated by anyone. This is according to the Collins English Dictionary. And then there is also the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, okay? Now, what did all the other stuff mean when he told the man he would F him till he loved me? I think y'all pretty much got an idea of what that meant, okay? He was very direct and to the point. All right? All right. Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting, Abe. That is nasty. All right. Now, let's go ahead because there's some other clips. Mike has a podcast for people that are not aware. And I think it's called Hot Boxing with Mike. I was really never into the podcast, but for whatever reason, I started watching it and I saw him when he was interviewing Lil Brucey, right? And Mike revealed some very interesting things in this video. Okay. Mike has a very interesting way of speaking. Like he talks real low, but Mike has a whole lot of wisdom, you all. That's one thing. Like just because he has a speech impediment, he has a whole lot of interesting wisdom. And basically, he was reading Lil Boosie right in front of his face. Lil Boosie looked like he was about to start crying. I'm gonna play that clip. Yes. Oh, we be on the same wave. Hey, yes, it's true. I was watching it, so you watched it too. Y'all had to go back and check that out. It was very interesting. So, did I still have? Why do I still have this up? It says, "Please stand by." You all forgive me. It's my apologies. I did not mean for that to be up there, and I forgot to put my title to have it scrolling on the ticker. You all, there it is. Okay. All right, so let's get into this whole Lil Boosie interview, y'all, because actually the interview was interesting, but the words that Mike said were very profound. And he told Lil Boosie, he said, "I know why you act like that." He was basically saying, "I used to act like that when I was younger." Lil Boosie is like, what, 38? almost 40. He's not quite 40 yet. So he's still kind of, in his youthful phase, but he's getting to that older stage. So if anybody has or has not checked this out, you might want to check this out. Let me see one of the clips that I can pull up for y'all. I don't want to get a COPY strike. You know how they be, YouTube be hating on me, y'all. I sound like one of them YouTubers that be like, yeah, they hating on me. YouTube this. I ain't gonna be crying about it. It is what it is. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. Share. All right, here we go. Here it is.
Fuck do you do for me to get respect? You know what I'm saying?
What do you do to him to get respect?
And again, please
I'm
excuse the profanity. But this is
usually bras fit small chested.
This is just how they talk and how they're speaking for anybody that's not accustomed to this type of wordplay on the channel. He said, now that I think of it, Tupac is bi too. Makes sense. So I'm starting to think, hey, this is why you have all these hyper masculine men. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. It really does. They're trying to cover up things because Mike said a whole lot of stuff that made sense in this video, and it brought a lot of light to my eyes. Oh no, we don't want to get. Skip that. Uh-oh. When did it? Let's see.
That's my nigga. I'm scared of that guy, Boosie. And that's my nigga, Mike, my nigga. No, you know me. You don't want it.
I sit and watch every fight.
Yeah, nigga.
I sit.
Not behind the lights or closed doors. Nigga.
Well, it's like Mike when you.
For one fight, my daddy won gambling and got us a new TV.
What?
I remember. They wouldn't.
I know nobody was like this guy.
They wouldn't excite him, bro.
You know?
Like Mike Tyson was. Muhammad Ali wasn't from the hood. It was like Mike Tyson was our people.
Yeah.
It's like he was our.
The people's champion.
He was the.
Check this out.
It was different from Sugar Ray Leonard and all that other shit.
I know that's true, but that guy that we love, right?
All right. So right there, he's basically just expressing how fond he is of Mike Tyson. But what I'm talking about is the part when Mike was like, when he goes home and he's by himself, he's a completely different person. And he said, if you knew who I was behind the scenes, you probably would not like me. It's exactly what he said. I'm trying to find that clip. Hey, I think you have dropped some stuff here. Let me check out what you sent over. All right, let's see what you put in the comment section. All right. Okay. You said he's close with Pac. I did see that. He had mentioned Tupac. And I definitely know that let's see, how do I all right. I'm gonna have to click on it and see if I can find this. Oh, what? Stop playing 8. I see what you just dropped in the link. Man, I'm gonna have to explore and review that. If you don't mind, send that to my IG so I can pull that up. But yeah, let me find this clip when because Mike started revealing some stuff, y'all. So I really think that he was taking his frustrations out in the ring, showing his hyper masculinity because that's what people expected of him. But also, it's almost like he was irritated or frustrated with himself. And he's taking his rage out on the opponent, y'all. So Mike turned into an animal in that ring. He just went into attack mode. And I think it was aggression from everything that he had gone through in early adulthood, things that he had gone through in childhood. And I honestly think that because
Running is not good for
because
you.
of his molestation, this is what you saw depicted, you know what I'm saying, when he fought in the ring with these people. Let's see if we can get to that part. Lil Boosie looked like he was about to cry at one point. Is this it?
If that's your soulmate, why can't, when you feel that way, when my wife, I had to go.
Okay, he's talking about his wife. Well, Boosie doesn't have a wife.
Like who I am, so I hide who I am. And
Here it is. Here it is. This is the part. Okay, so let me go back. This is the part I want to see.
I feed him. I burn him out. Anybody, I'm there for him.
do you expect something back from doing that?
No, I just want my niggas not to turn.
So they're talking about respect on this part. So he was like, he wants his respect. And he was like, well, what did you do to earn respect? So Boosie is explaining to Tyson all the things that he does for this guy that's sitting with them in the studio, the reason why that they should respect one another.
Just don't flip on me. I'm gonna put us in position to get the money. I don't want him to flip.
Listen,
And that's a lot of
listen.
times that shit then got came back and hunted me.
Listen, let me explain this to you. I'm older than you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was sharing my screen. I don't even think y'all can see it. My apologies. Let me pull the screen up so you can actually see it. This might be a little bit better. All right, here we go.
You can't pay nobody not to flip. It's in their soul to flip. It's in their DNA to flip. They're not tough enough for this particular.
Yeah.
So he's basically letting them know you can't pay people to not turn their backs on you, because if the person's gonna turn their backs on you, they're gonna do it regardless. So all this stuff that Boosie's saying about, oh yeah, I just want him to respect me and don't turn on me and I'm doing this and I'm feeding them, all that means nothing. Okay, that goes out the window when people just are around you for the sake of having an opportunity. They really don't care. Okay, so that's the lesson that he's trying to share with Lil Boosie. Now, for the sake of YouTube, I'm not going to actually play the video, but I'm going to pause it and freeze frame it right there so you can see the image, and then I'm going to play it behind the scenes so you can hear the actual audio. Okay, because YouTube is real funny acting, y'all.
Yeah. This is like me. I can't buy friends, nigga. I don't like myself, so I gotta buy somebody. I don't think somebody's gonna like who I am, so I hide who I am, and I pay people money. I see they like money. They like how I look. You know, they like the cars I drive, the houses I have. You know, I pay for that shit because I'm insecure. I'm afraid they won't like me if they know who I really am and the shit I really do or the shit I really like that might be weird to them. And how would you like somebody to know who you really are? You want to tell them. You really want to tell people who you are, but something's holding you back. That's why you do it in such a crazy way. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's something you want people to know, but you don't like it about yourself and you hope they don't judge you. And I miss who I am. I'm everything. I miss who the fuck I am, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. But it bothers me that I'm that way. Does that make sense? I'm not ashamed of who I am, but it bothers me that I'm that way. Why am I that way? I got an image of something that's just totally not what that is not about. I'm such a fucking contradiction and a lie to myself, both a contradiction and a lie to what I represent. That is, to what do I look like, the heavyweight former champion. This is what former champs represent. Whatever manlyhood is for my fist. That's just who we are. America's that way. That's why I'm that way. We take what we want. America takes what they want, and that's the same toxic energy that guys that are immature and insecure we feed on. The toxic masculinity, the hide who I really am. But keep it real, nigga. We respect them niggas that are killing. So when we see them, we don't think of nothing negative to them because we want to be that image. We want people to feel the way we feel, to feel about us the way we feel about him. Fear.
Yeah.
We want people to fear us. I come from a place where I want fear. Look at my career. I thrived off of fear because I was afraid.
Yeah.
I wanted people to fear me.
Yeah, you say you knew you was gonna beat him when you looked in his eye. When you say you knew it was over when he looked in his eye as soon as he got in the ring. I say, damn, Tyson had the motherfucker. He say, when I looked at their eyes, as soon as I got in the ring, I knew it.
Nah, brother, it's like prison. You know who's the bitch.
Yeah.
You know the bitch.
Yeah.
I don't care how much muscles he have, how big he is, you know the bitch.
Yeah. Just like the yard.
You think that you ever have some kind of kindness to people and their feelings?
Well, I guess
can you ever apologize to somebody? Is there anybody you
yeah,
apologize to?
Yeah, I apologize to Dwayne Wade. You know, I ain't. You know, I meant what I said, but I shouldn't have said this shit about your child. But you know, I meant what I said.
You have children?
Yeah.
How many?
8.
Ooh, me too. I have 8. 8 children and shit. So when I was young, I was so in love with my dick, you know. Or you're so in love with my dick when I was a kid. That's why I have 8 children. This is a beautiful blunt. It's just, you know what? It's just the blunt brings me back to fucking the beginning. There are people who don't smoke blunts, you know, much.
Yeah, we should.
This fucking blunt just bring me back to like, fuck, thank you very much. Do you sell these shit? Are you in this business?
Nah, I'm trying to get in. I got a couple dudes trying to make me a couple strands and shit, but you know, my shit got a hit, you know. But I heard you got all them damn acres. I'm a marketing genius. We can make some money together.
I do a lot of good stuff. Know what would be even awesome marketing for you? If you were kind and considered people's feelings to be worthy of listening.
You gonna be my helper with that.
No, because I see you're worthy of that. You have to believe that you're worthy of that.
Yeah.
You know?
I got feelings, I don't want people to think I ain't got no motherfucking feelings to nobody, you know, like especially for the gay community. My tour manager gay. I got cousins who gay.
No.
You know,
listen, you love everybody.
Yeah.
You just don't love yourself.
Sometimes.
You're a good man. No, I know you're a good man. You're like me. I'm a good man. You're a good man. You just have to believe you're a good man. You know, you don't have to make nobody happy. You don't have to kiss nobody's ass. So, but you have to let people know that you're a good man. And every time somebody makes you mad, that means they're your master. They control your emotion. They control your feel. How this motherfucker gonna make you feel a certain way? Because they may say you're a nigga. So how you gonna let somebody control your life and your emotions, your mood? You're not gonna live long. We're not living long. Human beings don't live long after this. Why do we want confrontation? You look at a guy like me. If I didn't have confrontation, I was nobody. And if I beat everybody and I scared everybody to confront me, I find the enemy. I find somebody to fight. I fight myself. Because that's all I knew was fighting, confrontation, and chaos. I was addicted to chaos. That's what you were addicted to. Chaos is fun too. It gets my dick hard. Chaos. Woo! If fucking I'm in the paper, I hit that nigga. I beat the reporter. I did this, and that. I fucking paid $10 million to this fucking dickhead and never sold $40 in his life. And I did this, and I just became an asshole because I was addicted to chaos. People said, this is a crazy nigga. But I wasn't. It was like drugs. I was addicted to being an asshole and getting in trouble and seeing my name being a loser and stuff. And just tearing yourself apart. It's just as much powerful as building yourself up. You know? That was the biggest thing in the world. Fuck you.
All right. I'm going to stop it right there. But I think you get the gist. And he made some really interesting points. Check that video out because it does talk about hypermasculinity, especially how it correlates within the melanated community. And I think that's what we get misconstrued with a lot of times is we see things and we think that what we see is reality. And behind the scenes, it's a whole total different situation going on. So that goes back to those clips that I was talking about earlier when he told that guy about all the things that he would do to him right there in front of the cameras, in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Things had taken place with him. And people don't really see that side of people. They only see what they want you to see. There's probably a lot of hurt behind the anger, y'all. Okay? So let's look into the thing about Mike Tyson. Okay? Was molested. Because now we're starting to tie it into what we're seeing taking place with childhood trauma things that went on with him, as a younger person. And it's very unfortunate, it's very sad that people have to cover this type of thing up. People have to basically portray an image, portray a character to hide behind the hurt and the pain. I don't know if he's ever gotten counseling for it. I think the way that he handled a lot of his situations was through aggression. Okay. So any woman that was in his life, I don't know how they have been able to deal with him and his temper. I don't know. I can't say that he's an abusive person, but if someone said that they were abused
Mike Tyson
by him, it wouldn't be too far fetched to believe it because he has been abused. Abused people abuse other people because it's a cyclical process, it's a generational curse. And in this other video that we're going to listen to, it talks about Tyson basically admitting that he was molested, y'all. Okay, so this is really sad. So it's really nothing to joke about. I know people like to poke fun and think that things like this are funny, especially because it's a grown man, a male, masculine looking man. But this is nothing to, what does a child do to protect themselves? They cannot, when they're being tormented in such a way. So I think what you see here, this man right here, look at his eyes. There's a lot of anger. It's a lot of fear. Mike Tyson used to say when he got into the ring, he was scared. He was fighting literally for his life. He probably went back to those days of childhood trauma when he got into that ring. And who knows, a man that looked just like these men that he was fighting could have been the man to molest him. He probably saw the man that molested him or whoever it was in these people that he was in the ring with. So this is why they received the punishment that they got in the ring, y'all. Listen to this.
Would become the biggest that Tyson got suspended from boxing for. Tyson had an interesting career that included stints of acting as well as stints in prison. Tyson was once convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison, but was released after serving 3 years. Tyson recently had a sit-down interview with ESPN and explained the reasons he's had so many issues in his past and believes these possibly were the reasons why he was an angry person. Check out this video.
I like to keep that where it was in the past, but I was molested as a child.
You heard him say it. Okay, he was molested as a child. Now, people never really talk about this too much, but you're going to hear it out of his own mouth.
I was molested as a child.
And let's take.
All right. So, y'all, this happens a lot more often than what people choose to believe. And not saying that there's any excuse, because Ava the 24 said, that him and Robin Givens are both toxic, but if he would beat her, that's messed up. It is messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my camera on for this. So y'all, fortunately, there are people who haven't had to endure this type of behavior called physical abuse or sexual abuse, and there are some people that have. So some people are very hypersensitive. So this is why when you hear the R. Kelly allegations come up, the Trey Songz and the Chris Brown allegations, they like to place everybody in the same category and throw the book at them and say, oh, they need to be locked under the jail, this, and that. But there are some women that like to manipulate a situation, and there are some women that like to pretend and play victim because they're trying to tarnish the person's reputation. And they want to tarnish their image because they're upset and mad, y'all. So you really have to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. So just be observant. Use your sense of discernment when it comes to things like this. No, I did not see that documentary called Open Secret, but thank you for telling me about it because I definitely want to check that out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to write it down in my book, Open Secret. I'm curious as to what that is about. I'm pretty sure it's interesting coming from you, 8/24, because you be having all the latest and greatest. Yeah, that's what that girl did to Chris Brown and quickly got caught. Exactly. So I just want y'all to be logical for a minute. Now, even though Chris Brown looks like he is definitely falling to the sunken place, like the soul has been sucked out of him, literally. I don't think that he's the type that would actually have to rape a female. Okay, I don't think he's the type that would have to do that. So then you have to think, what is the motivation behind a female saying this? Because females, I'm going to tell you one thing I know for a fact: females are manipulative, females are very vindictive, okay? And females can become very bitter when things don't go their way. And they will find a way to try to F your feelings. They'll try to F your life up, y'all. They really will. You send me, oh, thank you. Send me the link. I want to check that out, definitely. Yeah, females would do it. Like, you see what they do to each other. Like, if they have a friend and that friend is no longer their friend, they'll find ways to antagonize that individual. Ooh, sucky, sucky. Oh, 8 with the 24. What is this right here? Y'all, let me find out. I hope this is not true, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see. Looky here. What have we here? Ain't be finding it all, y'all. Check this out. Oh. Trust me, I know I've been stalked by women.
These niggas ain't 100.
Woo! What? You've been stalked by women? What woman stalks this man? Let me stop. She was mad he wouldn't text back. I'm gonna play this clip that you just sent me though. Yeah, I heard that she was mad because I was listening to it on YouTube, and they said that he showed the proof and the evidence, and she basically didn't receive any more text messages. So she ran this whole allegation that he raped her. Like, that's so sad. That's terrible. And really, somebody was saying that if they were to face charges and had to go to jail, then she should have to go to jail for lying, because that's what you call perjury. That is a crime. But a lot of people, for whatever reason, they never pursued the perjury charges. You said you were stalked by women, older women, because I'm not interested. That's crazy. You said older women stalked you. That is crazy. It really is, and I think women are crazy enough to do stuff like that, but that's really insane. I've heard of people saying that, but that's gone too far, y'all. Like, what in the freaking world? Are women really out here stalking men? You agree false allegations should be punishable? What's good, Stone Cold? You up in the building? Hey, it's been a while since I seen you on this side of town, Stone Cold. What's good with it? King, how are you? And you said you agree false allegations should be punishable. Y'all, goodness. I just don't know what to do with my hair today. I just don't know. So let me check out this clip that let me check out this clip that you sent over 8, because I found this very interesting. I don't want it to be true, man. I don't want it to be true. Say it ain't so, y'all. Say it ain't so. Okay, but we about to get into it.
I remember I was in Angola. I walked down on a nigga riding a nigga dick from the back.
Oh my God. This is too much for my ears, y'all, on Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Y'all, please excuse all the melanated queens, little princesses, warriors out here. We normally don't have this type of talk on the channel. To what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. I did not know it was just going to start off like this. You know what I mean? That is enough. If y'all want to check out the links, I will put them in the freaking description box. How in the world did he walk in on something like this in Angola? I think that's in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. You know how curiosity killed the cat? I want to take a peek and hear more and find out and explore. How did he get into this situation? How did he even see this? What type of party was he going to, y'all? Where this was going down and taking place? What type of environment was going down when he walked in on this type of behavior? I'm just curious. Should I push play? I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know if I should push play. Stone Cold said, let me read the comments real quickly here. Stone Cold said, I'm good, Queen. What's up, 8? Woo, yeah, I'm a little parched in here. I got my smoothie right here. Shout out to my sister. She ordered me a smoothie, y'all, from a whole nother state. Okay. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I would be nice and let people vent to me, and some of this older woman seemed to become infatuated with me, so they would stalk you. Oh my God. What would they do? I'm curious. What would they do to stalk you? Stone Cold P, what up, though? He said, yeah, he was very graphic. I watched it too. Oh, you know I'm going to be watching this later because I want to get the details of what went down. Oh, you say he was in prison. You laughing. Y'all, I'm curious. Y'all, curiosity killed that cat. Y'all, I want to get a strike. All right, you say he was very graphic. I just viewer discretion is advised. I must say that, okay? This is speaking from yours truly, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder, CEO and founder of BGB Clothing. Okay, hide your kids, hide your wife, y'all. If y'all don't want them hearing this explicit situation that went down with Lil Boosie, what he witnessed. All right, let me go back. Ow.
That nigga had a nigga ankles riding that bitch from the back, man.
Ah, every time I push play, like only 2 seconds played, and it's just like an earful, y'all. My virgin ears can't take this. Let me clutch my golden chain.
Ain't know about the coke can in the shower, you heard? Nigga ain't even tell me. I walked straight in 6 in the morning. Nigga riding that dick.
Oh, okay, Boosie. Okay. Nah. All right. Okay, such explicit behavior, y'all. Whew. Okay, these blink and dox me plus make fake accounts and tell my ex-wife I was cheating. What in the world? How did they get a hold of your ex-wife? 8 with a 24. I am so curious to know. How did they find your ex-wife? And they found your personal information. So what did they do? Did they actually find your address, your email, your phone number? What? How did this happen? Made fake accounts. This must have been recently. He said, "Ow." Yeah, hey, you trying to set me up. This gonna have to be in a Patreon or something. Because this is unlike Brown Girls of Beautiful Behavior over here, y'all. 8 with a 24, blame him. He did it, y'all. Hmm. Yeah, but that's going way too far. Like if people are, oh, they got your ex-wife on Facebook. Man, I should drop the link. You need to come on the panel. They found her on Facebook. That's why I have security. Woo. See, I knew it had to be within the year of Facebook and Instagram and all of this stuff. I knew it just had to be. Yeah, because you said they made fake accounts. That is so terrible. That is very weird. That older women would do something like that. The nerve of them. And I'm trying to understand what pushed them to go to that extreme. You said, ha ha. Yeah, anyone, feel free to click the link and come on up. We're gonna have an open discussion panel, y'all. But 8 to 24, I'm sorry you went through that. You know, I'm glad that you have security now. You know what I'm saying? A big celebrity like yourself should not be stalked, okay? You should have just given them your autograph and sent them on their way. Hmm. You said, yeah, on your birthday. Oh my goodness. And they found her on Facebook. Well. This is some scandalous stuff. You got celebrity gossip going on with you, 8 with the 24. What you been getting into? I'm just messing with you. Oh my goodness, man. Say it ain't so, 8. Say it ain't so. All right, let me stop sharing my screen because I think that was enough of Lil Boosie. I'm gonna have to check him out later, y'all, and I will put the links to the descriptions. I'm sorry, I will put the link to these videos in the description below, y'all. I wanted to know, has anybody watched or has anybody heard of this interview with Dr. Jolly? Okay, Dr. Jolly And I know I'm switching topics a little bit, but this is another video that I think needs to be spread. And I'm going to put this video in the description box below because out of all of this is the most informative, most important video that I have watched in a very long time, y'all. It takes a lot to feed me intellectually. And I watched this and I just thought this was extremely good information. Dr. Jolly used to be Bobby Christina's doctor when she was in hospice care. And let me see what video this is. This is on Chronicle Speaks, okay? So Chronicle Speaks, she did an interview with Dr. Jolly. Now, Dr. Jolly, man, he got into it, y'all. He told us about how things went down in the hospice care for Bobby Christina, how Pat Houston was involved behind the scenes. Basically, Pat did not want Bobby Christina to survive. Leola Brown also talked about it. Also, he talked about how they basically brought Bobby Christina back out of a coma. So you remember, because she was submerged in that water face down, normally that destroys or kills your brain cells. Your brain cells start to die off. And once your brain cells die off, I've heard that they cannot be replenished. Those are the cells that once they're damaged, they're damaged. Well, she started waking up. She started being conscious again. She started being responsive. She was trying to talk. She was trying to communicate. She was doing all these things, okay, unbeknownst to us. And this is how the media, like I always talk about, Operation Mockingbird, propaganda techniques in the media don't want us to know the truth, okay? Because the story was put to us like Bobby Christina was on her way out of here. But really, Bobby Christina was coming back to, on her way back to us and to here. So at the age of 22, I think she had a birthday in March. She's a Pisces. And she was also a fighter. She had a very strong personality, much like her mother, much like her father. Y'all check this video out. He was saying some really good stuff. I can't really play the whole thing because I don't want to steal someone else's content, but I just want to play you a quick snippet. This interview was it was everything, y'all. So please check it out and check out, some of his remedies. His he reminds me kind of Dr. Sabi a little bit, kind of like Dr. Layla Africa. I'll put him in that type of category, a holistic doctor, and basically herbs and teas, things like that can help heal your body, cleanse your body. So a lot of these issues that females have, reproductive issues, you don't have to get surgery. You don't have to have the doctor cutting on you, taking out your organs, taking out your reproductive organs. A lot of females, melanated females, they want to give you hysterectomies so that you cannot carry children. You don't have to go through this, okay? You don't have to go through that type of pain. You don't have to go through this type of mutilation. There are natural remedies that were put here by our creators to help heal our sicknesses in our bodies. A lot of this came through the food that's being contaminated. They're poisoning us. We always talk about it. And so I just hope he's very careful because, he's very vocal. And there are things going on too with medical malpractice. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen, okay? Because you said you're not a celebrity, but look, we all got fans, 8 with the 24. You know what I'm saying? Your haters are your fans. How about that? Okay? They are your fans. They just don't want to admit it. That's why they're hating. I just had to say it. Share the screen. But yes, so we don't have to be mutilated out here, y'all. So when the doctors try to tell you there's nothing else we can do for you, you don't have to take that. You do not have to accept what someone else determines as your fate over your life, okay, over your health, because your health and your life is your responsibility. It's not someone outside of you to tell you how long you have to live or that you don't have much longer to live. They're not the overall see all, end all, and be all over your life. And as far as medical malpractice, he touches on that because one thing I want to say is that with melanated beings, because we are the most experimented ones, they experiment on us the most. They practice on us the most. They give us medical medication that has been tested on an albinoid or an albino rat. I talked about this before. These rats are usually very pale. They're white rats, okay, white lab rats with pink eyes. These are albinoids. So these rats don't have any melanin, okay? And because they don't have melanin, they really are not in comparative to us, okay? Because we're very highly concentrated with melanin. So the way that the albinoid will respond is not the same way that a melanated being will respond to these medications. So when you go to the doctor and they prescribe these things to you and you're suffering with all these symptoms, then they want to take you off and put you on something else. That is nothing but an exercise of a practice on you. They're experimenting, okay? And they're charting it off to see how you're going to react, whether or not you're going to, whatever the reaction is. All they're doing is experimenting. And you don't have to be subjected to this nonsense, y'all. We know how the pharmaceutical company makes money off of the prescription, not curing you. Because if you get cured, they no longer have to get paid. They want you to keep coming back for more. Just like I don't understand, how is it so illegal for people to be out here using drugs, dealing drugs, selling drugs, street pharmacists, but when you put them in CVS, now all of a sudden it's legal. It's legalized. Now you can do it. Even if these medications would cause you to go and get paranoid, cause you to want to commit suicide, cause you to basically suffer all these hallucinations. Read some of the symptoms that these things can cause. And you mean to tell me this is not the same thing as what they sell on the streets? So whenever they put their hands and involvement in it, now all of a sudden it's legalized. It's nonsense, y'all. You don't have to go for these silly antics, y'all, because that's all it is. All right, so let's get into this video. All right, I want to share my screen with Dr. Ali. Oops, I stopped the screen. I wanted to share the screen. My apologies. Let's get back to it, y'all. All right. If your feelings Friday. All right. April the 24th, you said you could sing. You know, you need to send me a drop. April the 24th. If your feelings Friday. All right, I'm going to play a little clip here.
And we'll have to rush her to the hospital, call paramedics and stuff like this. And when the CEO said this, I said, yes, sir. I knew you would say something like that. So I had pulled out my phone and I had a guy in my hip pocket. His name is Brother Nasir, but his son.
Okay, right here, he is talking about Bobby Christina because they're making it sound like Bobby Christina is on her deathbed. She's on her way out. They can't do anything to help her, to fix her, to make her come back. However, when Dr. Jolly got involved into the scenario, she started being responsive. And not just that, y'all, Earl Simmons, aka DMX, was in the same situation, okay? And what you will find if you watch this video footage is that he was able to bring DMX back, okay? DMX started being responsive. However, he's going to share with you, if you watch this whole thing, I would advise you to check this whole thing out because it's so good, informative, and interesting, that the nurses did not want him in there. The nurses did not want him bringing DMX back to life, okay? So needless to say, something happened, okay? When melanated people get into these hospitals and these hospices behind the scenes, you don't know what's going on, especially in these industries, okay? This ritualistic place called Hollywood, y'all, I think that there are a lot of things that take place behind the scenes that we're not privy to, where people lose their lives. I think there are rituals and sacrifices, especially with this Bobby Christina thing, and even with DMX, y'all. That's just my belief.
Fell into a pool and he was in a coma, a situation maybe 10 times worse than Bobby Christina. And this man was on the phone to talk to these doctors. And I had him on the phone and I pushed the button and he talked to these doctors and told them about his son being in a coma. He told the doctors at this facility where Bobby Christina is, he told them that at UCLA Hospital, 12 neurologists, 12 brain surgeons made the decision to let his son die.
Now you see how they want to give up on you and give up on your life, but bring in Dr. Jolly, a holistic health doctor, and see what can happen. This is why they don't want people practicing holistic health here in the United States. A lot of these doctors end up going out of the country to practice elsewhere because they don't allow a lot of these practices here. So a lot of people leave the United States to go seek out these doctors because they're trying to save their lives. They're desperate to be saved. The United States will put you on a machine, run up a bill, put you on medications, run up another bill, have nurses tend to you to run up more bills. And after they finish running these bills up, they're going to say, oh, there's nothing else we can do. You're just going to get worse. Tell your family to give up on you and pull the plug and let you go. Okay? That's what they want to do over here.
Turn the machine off 12 hours after I left that facility, which was at 7 o'clock at night. They said they're going to turn it off the next morning. So this man was on the phone showing these doctors his son, how his son is doing. He says, yes, he's being tube fed. He says, this prophet doctor here, he gives me all the herbs to feed my son. He says, so he's not going to hurt Bobby Christina because he says, I'm tube feeding my son right now today, all of his herbs.
You just heard it, okay? You just heard it right there. Let me see what y'all are talking about in the comment section. You said working on some music right now. That's what's up. I'll send you some lyrics though. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I like music. I like to write. I used to write songs too. I still got some old stuff in my notebook, y'all. But yeah, definitely check this interview. I don't want to play too much of it. It was such a very informative interview. So I just had to bring it up. And I want y'all to please go check it out because he gives a lot of insightful information. And I don't want people to think that just because someone has written their family member off or written you off or told you some bad news that you just have to throw your life away because that's what the doctor said. The doctors are wrong too. There are people just like you and I. And some of them, when you're in that waiting room, you know what they're back there doing? Researching, looking stuff up so they can come back and tell you what's wrong with you. But you know what? If you're in tune with yourself, in tune with your body, you have to listen to your own intuition and tell this doctor how to do their job. Because guess who pays the doctor? You do. Okay, they don't pay you, you pay them. If it were not for you being the patient, they would not have a patient to get paid off of. And I told my mother this recently. You don't have to be mistreated by a doctor. You don't have to be guided by a doctor, talked to any type of way by a doctor, treated any type of way by a doctor. Doctors, a lot of them get bad bad reviews because they're seen as greedy. Some of them are greedy. There was a doctor that told my mother she just wanted her prescription adjusted, right? He told her she was going to have to make an appointment and wait till August or September for her to get her prescription adjusted when she is trying to explain the symptoms over the phone to the people at the front desk to say, I don't feel right. Can we see if this can be adjusted? So you know what he's thinking? Okay, if she comes in, I get paid for an office visit. I get paid from the health insurance company. So I don't care how she's feeling. Let her wait. You know what I told her? I said, you don't have to take that. I don't care how many years you've been going to this doctor. If that doctor cared about you, that doctor would find a way. Because I'm rest assured believe if this was one of his family members, if this were one of his family members, let it be his mother. He would find a way to make her more comfortable. Not make her wait till September or August. Do you know how long off that is? That's what? May, June, July, August, 5, almost 6 months. You want a patient to wait for half a year for a freaking prescription adjustment, and they're trying to give you their symptoms and telling you that they don't feel right. So when people treat you this way, you take your power back, okay, from these doctors, these hospital providers, these nurses, all of this stuff. They don't have a business without you. And that's all it is. It's a business. Okay. So people think that they have your best interest at heart. They do not. They're looking out for their pockets. This is why they're always rushing melanated people, especially melanated women, rushing you off to surgery, wanting to remove your organs and all the things that you need, glands and all types of stuff. Taking stuff out of you that the creator put within you because you're supposed to have it. If you weren't supposed to have it, you wouldn't have it. Okay. So you don't need this and you don't need that, and you just get this removed. Well, if you didn't need it, you wouldn't be born with it. Complete and utter nonsense, y'all. Stone Cold P said, yep. Yeah. So it's not right. Especially the placenta. Yeah. I wouldn't even let them have the placenta. I wouldn't let them have it. You know why? Because you don't know what they're doing with your genetic DNA material. They're probably taking that and orchestrating a whole nother baby using your DNA. That came from you. Everything that you go into the hospital with, you should come out of the hospital with it. I wouldn't give up anything. Even if they take an organ out, ask them, what are you doing with my organ? I do not give you permission to use my organ that I no longer have in my body for a medical study, because they should be paying you money. Okay. You took your whole life to grow that. What did they do? They just took it out of you for free and then want to charge you on top of it for the surgery? Where they do that at? Like when you get your car worked on and they take a part off and say, you can exchange that part and get money for it sometimes, y'all. AutoZone does this a lot with batteries. They do something, I forgot the technical name for it, but there is a fee that you get back for giving the part up. So why is it different? And this is something far more important, is your body, because you only get one body part. Okay. Most of the time stuff does not regenerate on you, except for I think your liver kind of does. But like your heart, you can't really replace the heart unless you get it from someone else. So what did they do with the old heart? People out here getting heart replacements. Oh, you know what they're doing? Taking it and using it for medical practice, studying it, using it as research, all types of stuff they're doing with your body parts, and people willingly leave out of there. You know, I'd probably tell them, if you get a tooth pulled, you can't even have my tooth. Okay, the tooth fairy's in town, because even if they take your tooth, the tooth fairy is gonna leave you some money under your pillow. You know what I'm saying? Everything about you should be valued. When people cut their hair off over in India, what do? Send it over here for money. They get money off of what? Dead hair. That hair is not even alive anymore because it's not attached to the scalp. So you mean to tell me that you devalue yourself this much that you would not even ask that they return what is rightfully yours? Your organs and anything they take from your body is yours. They don't have say so over you. Stop giving up your rights and stop giving up your power to these people just because they have a title, because they don't have the power. It's a perceived perception of power, is what people, they just look at a doctor and think that they are so superior and above, and they're not. All they did was go study, just like you can study and read. If you wanted to go to medical school, you could have. Stop thinking that because they use these technical words, okay? You can't look a word up and Google it like we just did with impregnable, okay? Shout out to Mike Tyson. I learned something new, and you can too. So just take that word and break down the etymology and figure out what they're saying. It's as simple as that. That's what doctors do. That's all you got to do. The tree of life, natural way from getting sick and possibly the cure for cancer. It has a lot of nutrients in it. And I know that animals eat that for nutrition purposes. And really, as nasty as it sounds, it does have a lot of vitamins and stuff like that in it. They be casting spells on the hair before they send it to America. They probably do. That's why a lot of people over here are acting crazy. That is craziness, but I bet you they do all types of stuff to people over here. Mm-mm-mm. F your feelings, F your feelings, F your feelings Friday. Y'all, this hair of mine, it is something else, y'all, what the heat has done to it. But y'all, it's been real. You know, shout out to you all for showing up. Thank you so much. I didn't want to go on too long. I have, an event tomorrow with the client, an appointment, a meeting, and all that. I need to get prepared for my congratulations to all of you out there that has joined us tonight, that will be seeing this in the future. Thank you so much for showing up. As always, I always enjoy you. And next time we're gonna probably dive a little deeper into some stuff. I don't know if you enjoyed. I think you kind of did, because we touched on. It was like on Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago. We touched on "Behold a Pale Horse" by William Cooper. Okay, I did a whole book reading, not an entire book, but I did a book reading on that. And so I want to start incorporating more books as well in this channel and get into The things that are really affecting us in real life, that we can see, because William Cooper wrote this book many years ago and it's still prevalent today. I want to talk about The Makings of a Slave by Willie Lynch, because that is still very prevalent today. Someone told me about Dr. Khalid. I think his name is Dr. Khalid Muhammad, has a book too. I'm interested in reading that. So there are a lot of books out there. If you have a book and you wish to examine the book, please let me know. Because I have not, of course, read everything that's out there. Also, another one that I like is Stolen Legacy. I think his name is George Small. I always get his name wrong. James Smalls or George Smalls, something like that. That's very interesting as well. And I'm trying to think what is on my bookshelf, because I have Kindle, y'all. So those are some of my favorites. I was actually telling someone about Dr. Leila Africa's book. Is called Melanin: What Makes Black People Black and How to Take Care of Your Melanin. I think that book is overlooked a lot. I think sometimes we as melanated people do not take ourselves seriously when it comes to taking care of our health. Why do I talk about it so much? Why am I so serious about it, y'all? I can't get caught up in silly antics. I had to explain this to someone the other day. Do not talk to me about nonsense, because I'm not entertained by nonsense. I think that a lot of us have lived a lot of our lives in entertainment so much that we stay there. Okay, we people, I say this all the time, like to be caught up in the oblivion of ignorance, where it really gets you nowhere. And like, if you continue to stay willfully ignorant, then you're going to basically suffer your own demise, because you didn't want to learn anything, you didn't want to understand why certain foods are not good for you, why you should do certain things for your health. And I'm not saying diet is everything, because you can die of a car accident and that had nothing to do with your diet. But when you know better, you're supposed to do better. And what I do not have time for is people that are supposed to be mature adults that act like this stuff is not important. Okay. Let me see. um 8 with 24, you said, I'm mad that I missed the live, but I have the playback. 8, you didn't really miss much. You definitely have the playback. Thank you so much for showing up. Um, I don't know if John Todd has books, but you'll love what he says. John Todd, let me write that down, y'all. John Todd. I'm definitely I want to check out Open Secret. That's what I have written here. Open Secret. I'm gonna check that out, y'all. And George Carlin and Frank Zappa. Thank you so much for introducing me to all these new things and these people that I've never heard of before. I'm sure I will be looking forward to it. This is what I love. This is the stuff I like to talk about. And although I say we don't talk about celebrity gossip like in that aspect, when I speak about celebrities, it's only to open our eyes up, because people can relate to celebrities more than they would just a person that they have not heard of, like I don't like to say regular people, because even celebrities are in a sense regular people. It's just like I always tell you, they're considered an entity that we celebrate, and I don't really believe in celebrating celebrities or entities outside of who we are, because we're all special and we're all unique and divine and designed in our own way, and we're multifaceted, multi-talented. It's just that they have a bigger platform for a certain reason to carry out an agenda, whether they be good at singing, rapping, acting, sports, boxing, race car driving, whatever it is. Okay, they use those talents to basically influence the population, which is why so many people are stuck into like entertainment oblivion. They never really come down to be grounded enough into what's really going on. And so, like you all know, those are the puppet masters, and people, normal people out here, are sheep and puppets. Okay. I like to say that over here with Brown Girls Are Beautiful, this channel, y'all are awakened. Y'all are already enlightened. And I thank you so much that you recognize my energy and that I recognize your energy. And we're on the same vibrational frequency, y'all, because I'm telling you, a lot of conversations I cannot have with a lot of people. And it gets very frustrating sometimes because they just don't get it. They don't understand it. And if I have to have these subsurface level conversations, I'm going to easily get aggravated very quickly and fast. You said, I will have to send you some people, though. That's what's up. they make these false stories and they know we relate to it. That's right. Make sure y'all like the video, y'all. I gotta start saying this. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and I want to get my subscriber count up. Oh, and a special shout out to VETV. That's Veracity Exchange TV. He probably didn't show up because he didn't know I was coming on live today, but he's doing wonderful things with his channel, y'all. He just started his YouTube channel in December, and he's already at 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to him. And you should check out some of his videos because he does interviews with people, and his views are like amazing. He has a lot of good things on his channel. So shout out to him. Shout out to 8 with the 24, who also has a Patreon, you all. Patreon. So he be sharing some good information on there. Stone Cold, I don't think you have a channel, but if you did get a channel, you know what I'm saying, we would shout you out too. And anyone else who's a proud of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Miss Melanated Chicks, you all, she just started posting on her channel a few days ago, I believe. So you can check her out too. And Stone Cold Pete, you and I, we shall talk later on. You said your little sister just up. Shout out to the little sister. Thank you so much for signing up with Brown Girls Are Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We love you for that. Of course, I love you all. And I'm just going to continue to push this channel and continue to try to get more subscribers. Because I've been on here for a little while. I know I try to be as consistent. So this is the most consistent that I've been, because I've been doing this every Friday, except for the last 2 Fridays, because I was out of town. Okay. And, oh, you're thinking about starting one? Well, hey, if you're thinking about it, do what you want. I want to say this. If you have a brand of any type, like if you have a brand, a clothing line, or whatever you do, I think it's good to have a YouTube channel so you can touch a more broader audience, because believe it or not, people have watched my videos that speak German. I also speak a little bit of German. I used to live there for 5 years. So German culture is something that I have, some experience with. And so it feels good when you go in the comment section and someone's writing to you in another language or correcting your grammar in another language, and they're telling you how to properly say something, and you can communicate with them in their own language. I love like the diversity of what Brown Girls Are Beautiful brings. And even though the title says exclusively Brown Girls Are Beautiful, I have a Vietnamese guy, you all. I'm going to play this for you. A Vietnamese guy that works on my car, because I have a European vehicle, and he only works on European vehicles, right? So when I was in town, he's the only one that I really trust with my car. I mean, it's only a few mechanics that I'll go to, and I know that he's pretty honest, because if my car doesn't need it, he won't do it. He won't even charge for it, and he's very thorough. So I was asking him, how do you say Brown Girls Are Beautiful in Vietnamese? So I'm gonna play this for y'all because I thought it was so cute. Yes, definitely do it. Do it, Stone Cold. If you're thinking about it, definitely do it. Okay, let me see. I gotta listen to it. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find this clip in here. I got so many clips on my phone. It is not even funny. This might not even be the right phone. Let me see. I don't think I have to see, because I have another phone, y'all. I got one for business. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, y'all about to hear. His name is Mon, you all.
Brown girl. What do you mean brown girl?
Brown girls are beautiful.
Like Asian girl?
Yeah.
You would spell or say?
Say it.
Cô Việt Nam đẹp. Cô gái đẹp.
Go nice.
That means girl, a beautiful girl, but brown girl, they don't have that term. I try to think what did. Well, yeah, cause they don't have that word. Yeah, usually just say beautiful girl. Cô gái đẹp.
Go guy nap.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Girl,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a cute little Vietnamese guy. So anyway, that is it. Brown girls are beautiful. We're diversified over here, okay? And so, woo, my hair is hot, y'all. I'm about to sweat up under this stuff. I know people be thinking I have a weave. This is not. You can tell it's not because my ends are frayed, y'all. I need my ends clipped and everything. Sub to the channel, y'all, right here. Make sure you sub to this channel. And you said that's your actual main channel, y'all. Make sure you subscribe. Woo! It's getting hot in here, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm about to end it. I'm gonna close it off. Thank you so much for rocking out. Shut up, 8 with the 24. Thank you so much for rocking out. And this has been an episode of F Your Feelings Friday. Okay. Signing off, y'all. We're gonna play some videos and we're gonna be up out of here. Until next time, you all stay wonderful, stay beautiful, and stay blessed. Shout out to all the melanated warriors, melanated kings, princes, princesses. Y'all, we got Mother's Day gift baskets, okay, in the building. So check that out too. I'm gonna start posting stuff on Instagram. It's a little late in the game, but we got some baskets for y'all. The women out there. Y'all are such a trip. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Peace to you all. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We're going to get to it. What do I want to play for y'all? I got a variety of clips up here. Okay. All right, y'all. Love you all. Signing out.